Passion. If you've ever, sorry guys, just kind of woke up. If you ever had the question of, what do I do with my life? I feel like I'm an ant in an anthill. I feel like I am nothing, alright? I'm so small, I mean nothing. Or if you have the question of, and this is a little different, but should I go to college? Or if you're confused on just generally, I don't know what I want to do. I'm here, but I don't know what's my point, what's my meaning, what's my passion, what's my goal, I can go on. But if you have any of those questions, this would be a great video to watch. I may not totally help you with that question, but I may get you farther in the understanding of that question, or I may answer it for you. Okay? I'm going to start off by saying, you can find passion in anything. You know, growing up, they said, well, Sheldon, do this, until you find your passion. Right? I played basketball, football, soccer, I started playing video games, I did wakeboarding, I did BMX. I could go on forever. I tried so many different things in so many different categories. I picked up the piano, the guitar, just a little bit, but I just dove into a lot of different things. And after doing all of that, and at first, you know, I started off with sports and I kind of kicked the other things out, like they were foreign, like those weren't for me. And then I ended up getting good at those. And that just showed me that you can do anything. You can find passion in anything. Now the question is, well, how do I find it? Well, if you can find it in anything, then that first step is acquiring a skill. You know, if you just start to do something and you start to act and you slowly get better at whatever it is, you will end up in bliss. You will end up enjoying that because you're doing something and you're getting better at it, and there's so many different tangents of ideas with it, right? So passion, you know, and you know, to help that with that process, look at things that you've done, or things that you've been around, or things that have been in your nurture and your nature. You know, because yes, you can find passion in anything, but why don't you look at the things that you know best, the things you've done the most, whether that is art, whether that is music, whether that is a physical thing, whatever it is. Look at what you've done the most, because hey, you're already a little bit ahead. And if you want to get even better, compete with the people who are 10 times better than you, because then you equate their skill level, right? So that's passion. You don't have to go looking for it. It's right in front of you. Just find it and but acquire the skills, you know, and do it. I love speaking. I love playing sports. I love practicing all sorts of things. Matter of fact, I like everything. Because I know that in everything, there is something about it that I like. I may not see it right off the bat, but in every person, you know, every place, every sport, everything, I've always been able to find something that I like about it. And if I can do that, I know you can. Okay? So, you know, we'll go into college, because I feel like a lot of people are at that step. Right? College. People say, well, should I go? My parents went, or they didn't go, or whatever. Well, that's your problem. You need to look at it like this. If you're having the question, if you're having the question of if I should go to college, then you probably should go. Because college is insanely good for social networking. You meet so many people. It's like a small little melting pot. You meet Jim, and then Jim knows something in this, and you end up having a career in this, and you didn't even go for graphic design. All right, let's say you went to college for graphic design, but you met Jim, who does something in nutrition, and now you're own a part of a business in nutrition. That's what happens in college. You meet so many people, and you have so many ideas, and typically it sets you up. So that's why college can be a very good thing, right? But if you truly know what you want to do, and you truly have an ideal of what you want to do, and you envision it, it is tangible, it is in front of you, and you know it's going to work, then go for it. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. I'd rather be in the woods, you know, with nothing, than for somebody to push me to do something that I don't want to do, right? Because that's not me. So if you have that, you know, that, my phone's ringing, but fuck it. If you have that question, you know, of if you should go to college, you should probably go. because you will learn a lot, and it is a great melting pot. But I'll give you some stats. I have them right here. 27% of college graduates, right? 27%, this is done in 2014, this study. 27% of college graduates have a job that did not require a degree. That's pretty ridiculous. 1/4, actually it's 27 to 30%, so it's more than that. 1/4 have a job that didn't even require a college degree, but they went to college, right? 45% of people employed. This is a scientific study. That means they dove into this one. 45, that's half. Let's say that's half. 45% of people employed say their job is partially or not at all related to their field of study. So you're telling me right now, off the bat, half the people who go to college don't even have a career. That just shows. Not only that, look at the most successful people financially, look at the most successful people emotionally, and look at the most successful people in happiness. Half of them went to college, half of them didn't. Now, if it's exactly half, what does that tell you? All right? So, if you're having a hard time finding your passion, acquire a skill set. If you don't know if you should go to college if you financially can, right? And if you're still confused on what to do, start just acting. Because the problem is, people think all day. You can think about everything you could possibly do. You can think about all the things you want, and you can think all day, but you know what you're just doing? You're just thinking. Right? You gotta do the action. They say actions speak louder than words. And from now on, I judge people solely by their actions. 75% by their actions, 25% by their words. Because their actions is what is them. That's their actual person. You can say everything you want. You can tell everybody what. Right? And some people, they know they can do it. They know they have the ability to do something, but they haven't even made the attempt. They haven't even started. You don't have to go to college to be successful, but you may need to learn certain things. The thing about college is you start to, like I said, you social network, you go to parties, you kind of dip into drugs a little bit, or alcohol, or whatever. You see good, you see bad, and all of this stuff teaches you something. And that's why college can be good. But if you've gone through so many things already in your life, that may be 4 years of wasting your time. Bill Gates dropped the fuck out because he said, I'm wasting my time. Right? Hold up. Hold up. I wasn't going to put this in the video, but let me show y'all something. Forbes 400. A lot of self-made billionaires say not to go to college. Forbes 400. That's ridiculous, man. And I got so many college facts, but it truly is a waste of time because you know what I mean. Right? You have the ability to do anything, but you have to make the first step of trying it, right? If you look at someone or something or some item and you say, that's weird, do you know what you just said? You just said that was different. Because when something's foreign, something's weird, you presume, it's different than you. That's not how I do that. That's not how I function. That's weird. But that just means it's different. And when something is different, it's unique. And when something is unique to you, you better run and go talk to that weirdness, whatever it is, because you're going to learn something that you may not have known, right? If you were never shown something, you would have never known it was there. So you may be living your life not even knowing everything about things. You may think you know everything, but truthfully, you just may have not seen it yet. So seek to learn, seek to understand, seek to meet new people, acquire skill sets, do all sorts of things. Don't just sit and think about it all day. Right? I don't think about it all day. Materials. Okay? This is another problem. People say, well, hey, I want to get this job, this career, because I will be making this sum. Right? I'll be making this sum. Well, that's horrible. You should never do a career, a passion, whatever it is, for a sum of trees. Sum of money. My bad. I apologize. I messed up. Because if you do it for that, you're not going to love it. I know so many people who say, oh, I want to be I want to be a biology, blah, 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 blah. Have you ever done anything with it? Maybe you've met a few animals and that's what inspired you, or you've learned a little bit about mitosis in biology and that inspired you, but you never really truly knew too much about the career. You never did that much around it. You never know. All you know is it makes good money. And I don't know if biology literally does. Don't quote me. It may well. It just depends on where you go. You know, you can be a teacher in biology or you can be a biologist. I don't really know. I don't know too much about biology. Anyway, but right, you can where was I? You know, you can envision all that all you want. But I know so many people in college or so many people in life, they change it. And they change it because they jumped in the shoes and they said, I didn't like how these fit. But they thought in their head before they got in the shoes that they knew it. They thought that they knew the structural dynamics to the shoe, and they didn't. You need to acquire a skill set before you make any opinions. Go walk in a biology lab and learn about it and see if you truly want to do this and help in this way. Don't just say, I want to do this because of the money. I want to do this because it looks cool. I want to do this because the name sounds good. That sounds petty, but it goes that far. It goes that far. Do it because you love it. Do it because you feel like you will always want to do it. And do it because you truly feel like it's going to help. You do it for the money. Tell me in a few years how that works out for you. Do it for the money. Tell me in a few years how that works out for you. You know, I'll give you a little scenario, right? And I have a lot of kids who watch this, so I'm going to reference it to a game, but the adults that also watch this can completely understand. In a game, when you acquire the $2 million, you hit the max. You get all the money in the game. You get all the money of all the cars. You're driving around, or let's say GTA, Grand Theft Auto. It's a fun game. You get everything. You achieve everything. You know what happens when you achieve everything in that game and you get everything you need. You move on to the next game. You try another game. That game gets old, right? And, you know, same thing with life. You're always going to want more of something. You're always going to want something else. And once you have it, you want something else. Ask celebrities. The amount of people who suicide in the celebrity population is about equal to the amount that suicide in the regular. Just shows that money isn't what creates happiness. It's a material. And people typically don't realize that until after the fact. Take a step, realize it before. All right? I'm going to end this video like this. There's a few points I think I missed. It was actually my first cut, and I think it went pretty well. And sometimes I say some things wrong, and if I do, just comment in the or leave me a comment and say, hey Sheldon, you need to fix this. You didn't say this. You got this wrong. You know, tell me, because when I'm wrong, it helps me become right more. Does that make sense? So call it out. All right. I'll see y'all later. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it took a little while to come out. I was in Mexico for 7 days. Now I was busy, but I'm going to be posting videos very regularly, and I want you to watch them. I want to help you. And there's no step 1, step 2, step 3. Subscribe here. Go pay on this website. That doesn't exist. I'm going to help you. All right. I'll see y'all later.